Hey guys, Godzi here. Welcome back to Becoming a Pro in Swords of Legends. In this episode, I'll talk about the 5 elements in solo, how it affects your gathering, and how you can use your artisan skills to greatly help improve your efficiency in crafting. So there are 5 common elements often being referred to: iron, wood, water, fire, and earth. So please note that sometimes iron is being referred to as metal in the game. If you open up your Qiankun bag, each element, each material is categorized under their unique elements. For iron, you have Xihua stone, gold thread, golden scale, thousandfold steel, and sieging stones. Rattan, tumbleweed, night sand, and thousand leaf perils are wood, followed by the 4 water elemental materials, 5 fire elementals, and lastly, the final earth elementals. Now, keep in mind that the level of your Qiankun bag goes up as you gather materials and use them in crafting. The materials you gather will become tradable only after your Qiankun bag reaches level 3. As you can see over here, it says tied to your character, can be traded. Why is this important? As you're gathering, there's a low chance that you can proc the clear sight and thought buff. I will demonstrate this later in the video. What this buff does is that it shows the gather locations on your map with a unique diamond shape icon. The buff will proc on the specific element of the material that you just gathered, and it will show only the gather locations of that specific element. So I've just obtained the clear sight and thought buff over here. As you can see, this one is of the earth element. So what this means is that if you're on the map and pay attention to your minimap, a little icon is going to show up indicating exactly where the mine is. So once you have this buff, I recommend it just makes things so much easier. Oh, perfect. There's a gold one over there too. The gold ones doesn't show, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So once you have this buff, just pay attention on your minimap, and then just fly to wherever it is. It will show the exact location. Oops. Nope, the gold one doesn't show. See over here, there's another Earth Artist over here. Now, here's the really cool thing about this buff. It lasts for 10 minutes. And this buff can actually be carried over to other buffs. And you can see, can be carried over to other maps, excuse me. So, for example, if I find the buff over here at ZhongNan foothills, I can fly to, say for example, ShangHuai, and then look for a gathering of the earth element over there. The buff will stay. So this is something that's really good. See over here, it just makes things so much easier. But obtaining this buff is really painful. Like the chances of proccing this is super low. I actually spent about 30-40 minutes just kind of farming for this buff. So this is not something that you can actively depend on. But once you have this, you can just try to make good use of it as much as you can. See, another one over here. There is one rare spawn for each element, with the exception of the element wood. As you can see over here, I just found a Rattan crystal. For wood, the 2 rare elements are night sand and Rattan crystal over here. As you can see, they only spawn. The rare materials only spawn in those golden random spawns around the map. All of the rare materials are dust heart for earth, fire red crystal for fire, ice soul for water, night sand and Rattan crystal for wood, and lastly Xihua stone. This one, Xihua stone, for the element metal. There's actually another way. If you open up your ancestral records by pressing Ctrl Y and go down to the Master Craftsman tab, you may use the Heaven's Vision skill to obtain the clear sight and thought buff right away. However, the element target of the buff is random and it has a 22-hour cooldown, so make good use of this. In this tab, you may go to Talents and level up specific skills that will help you with your crafting. You may mouse over these and see what they do individually. Unfortunately, there's a lot of translation and explanation parts of the game that are kind of blurry, so I will do my best to try and explain them. First one is Luo Yan. This skill increases the rate of your leveling process for your Artisan Alliance and your Qianqun bag. Second one is Pumpkin. This translation. Increased probability of collecting item. It actually means the chance of you obtaining 2 materials from the same gather location, if you're lucky, of course. Silk Grade, self-explanatory. Chu Hao and Zuo Geng are buffs to your Clear Sight and Thought buff, although it says Acuity effect over here. So one makes it longer and one makes it easier to proc. Tian Tian increase the probability of obtaining high quality products from collecting. So the high quality products actually means these refined crystals over here in the second row. Tian Yuan increases the probability of obtaining the 5 elements of residence from collecting. These actually refer to these heavenly pearls that you could use in your residence. This is why I'm here. That you can use to farm the materials. Where are we? Tianqian. Probability of extracting high quality materials. So the high quality materials here is actually different from the ones that I referred to before, although it kind of just use the same text in the game. It actually, I have a few of them to show you guys. Say for example, Collector's Twig is from wood, this Essence is from water, and Universe Stones for wood. These are extremely valuable, you guys. They are very expensive in the later patches, so please hold on to these as much as you can. Silu, Sikong, and Zhinu are self-explanatory. I think they're pretty useless, just makes it faster. But you can just set the crafts and just go AFK, so. Tugong, really interesting one. Probability of obtaining extras when crafting. So if I make a potion, there's a chance. If I make a potion, there's a chance that two will pop out. It actually feels really amazing when it happens. Where are we at? Jade Fountain. Self-explanatory. I don't think it's all that useful. I don't think it saves that much money right now. Perhaps in the later patches when the crafting becomes really expensive. Qifu, probability of using less essence for crafting. So say for example, if I want to craft a potion using Xihua stone and yellow stone, there's a chance that the material won't be consumed. Once again, perhaps this will become very useful in later patches when you start using these very valuable materials for crafting. Tanlang, purchase limit for collection shop. What this means is that you can actually buy extra materials from the artisan shop. It's not implemented in the game yet, but it's pretty much like the Rattan and Blood Ruvia shops where you can use a specific currency to buy crafting materials. One really important thing to keep in mind is that although it says you can reset your talents over here, but the Heaven and Earth talisman is actually not in the game right now, so be aware of that. I assume they'll come out very soon, because if you actually click this, it will actually autopilot you to a location in Cloud Rise, but there's actually just nothing there. Like I mentioned in episode 1, the blue common spawns that only you can see resets weekly on Thursdays, but not all of them spawn. So for example, if a map has like roughly 30 spawn locations, it will only respawn say 15-20 of them. Keep in mind that some materials require activity points obtained within the week to spawn. I will write down the specific materials in the description box below. You can obtain activity points by logging into the game and doing dailies and weeklies. It is unknown exactly how much activity points you actually need, as the stat is actually hidden in the Chinese servers, but according to the players, you need to do at least 7 to 8 dailies or weeklies each week to meet the requirements for spawning these quote-unquote rarer materials. That's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. I know there's a lot of information to take in, so if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please leave a like and a sub. For now, happy soloing. Peace out.